So don't you think it's pretty normal for you guys to like double check if your straightener's turned off in the morning, or like double check if the oven is like turned off after you make something? People with OCD suffer from this kind of stuff constantly. OCD stands for obsessive compulsive disorder, and it's pretty common. First I'll talk to you about what it is, then I'll talk to you about how it affects people, and then I'll talk to you about some ways to help if you suffer from it or if a family or friend does. Obsessive compulsive disorder is an anxiety disorder characterized by unwanted and uncontrollable thoughts and rituals that you feel like you have to perform. OCD is the fourth most common psychiatric disorder in the world. It affects 1 in 40 adults and 1 in 100 school-age children. So imagine our senior class in this classroom, at least one person will suffer from this disorder. There are two different parts of OCD. There's the obsessions and then there's compulsions. You might ask what obsessions are. They are the worries, doubts, or the fears. These majorly interfere with your daily life. They usually take up more than a couple hours and they cause a ton of distress on yourself. You might say, what are compulsions? Compulsions are the things that you do to make your obsessions go away. So they're the rituals, the mental or physical, so you might have to tap something a certain amount of times or maybe say something over and over in your head to make it go away. People with OCD just can't stop these types of things. It's something they suffer from. It's not easy to get rid of. If you don't have OCD, you can probably filter through like reoccurring thoughts that you have, but people with OCD will suffer from fears, and if they do not do something the right way, they will think something bad is going to happen to them or something bad in general is going to happen. You can tell a person so many different times that nothing's bad is going to happen, but they just can't seem to believe it because in their head something bad will happen. It's the way it's always been. Most people with OCD don't believe it's a biological problem. They believe that they think they're just like crazy or weird or not normal. They just can't believe that it's something actually wrong with them. Most people with OCD fall under one of these categories. There's the washers, the checkers, the doubters and sinners, counters and arrangers, and the hoarders. Washers are the people that are afraid of contamination, so they constantly clean something or they have to wash their hands or something to keep germs away. The checkers are the types of people that have to check like if the door's locked a certain amount of times or maybe if the oven's off or something like that. The doubters and sinners are the people that if something isn't the right way, then something bad is going to happen to them. The counters and arrangers, if let's say like numbers and colors and stuff has to be in a certain arrangement or they think something bad will happen to them. And there's the hoarders, which if they think they throw something away, something bad will happen, so they hoard everything. And just because you might have like a couple of these things minorly doesn't mean you suffer from OCD. If you do suffer from OCD there are some things that you can do to help yourself. Which are relabel, reattribute, refocus, and revalue. Relabel is basically saying, like going against it, saying like no, say you wash your hands constantly, you say no, my hands aren't dirty, it's just like my OCD acting up. Reattribute, which is reminding yourself it's not you, it's your OCD, so it's like not your fault, it's like your disorder. Refocus, which you refocus your attention to something else, so maybe you listen to music or you exercise or read or play a video game, something to keep your mind off of it. And revalue, which is try not to pay attention to it, try to move on from it. Also, therapy, writing it down and anticipating it helps. If you write it down, it'll help lose the power of the compulsion, so it'll be less likely to occur. And also, if you anticipate it, it basically means like pay extra attention to maybe if you lock the door the first time, make sure you know you locked the door, so maybe next time you'll remember like, oh, I already did that, so you don't have to redo it over and over again. Also, there's some things you can do if you know people who suffer from OCD. Don't make negative comments, it only makes their OCD worse. Try to be positive. Don't pressure them to stop. It takes a while, be patient with them. Give them time to adjust and everything. Don't help them with their rituals. It'll only make them want to do it more because they have more help. Keep their family life as normal as possible. Don't put stress on them. Just try to make it normal and comfortable for them. Communicate it positively and clearly, and find the humor. Find the humor doesn't mean make jokes because they're different. Don't do that kind of stuff. Make it comfortable for them. If they find something funny within what they have to do, like, support them with that. Don't be mean about it. At this time, there's no cure for OCD, but if you do some of the things that I said, maybe it'll help it go away. But if you're very stressed and stuff, it'll most likely come back. And now that you're aware of what OCD is, you can help the people and you can help yourself if you do suffer from OCD.